Hello, my name is Adrian Arvin, and this is the second talk in the Life Conscious series. My wife and I have written two books called Life Conscious and The Linear Heritage of Women that are available at these online bookstores: Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, and iUniverse. So in the first talk, we introduced you to your own personal consciousness, which we mistakenly but naturally feel is the only consciousness that we have or even need. Like I said in the first talk, your second consciousness has been known by many names in the past, such as prana, ki, ka, Holy Spirit, Akashic record, and the breath of life. Because this second consciousness is dedicated to sustaining your own life functions, we call this consciousness Life Conscious. So why do we need a second consciousness? Well, just think about this for a while. You can go about your daily activities in school, work, and at home without consciously thinking about keeping your heart beating, your lungs breathing, your stomach digesting the lunch you just had, or even your legs walking up some stairs while talking on the phone. All of your seemingly automatic life-sustaining functions is controlled by your life conscious. Your personal consciousness can't possibly do this while keeping tabs of the events around us. It can't be used to control our living bodily functions. It simply doesn't have the time. This is why there must be another controlling consciousness involved. Again, life conscious. It amazes me how man can intuitively emulate human functions such as the duality of minds without realizing it. Take, for instance, the development of computers. The innovation of two types of memory, RAM and ROM, uncannily duplicates the human duality of mind. RAM, or random access memory, is the memory used to upload programs from your hard drive so that it may be used by you, then restored back on the hard drive once you decide to save it. For instance, a word processing software or spreadsheet. RAM then emulates your own personal consciousness. ROM, or read-only memory, on the other hand, works in the background of your computer and handles all of its so-called living functions, such as communicating with your peripherals like your printer, monitor, hard drive, network cards, and an internal clock that emulates its heart. ROM programs aren't noticed by you until you turn your computer on or make it alive. This living perception is what we want to focus on, as this is exactly what your life conscious is doing. It works in the background, handling all of your living functions to enable your personal consciousness to grow and continue to learn. Once again, your life conscious handles all of your living functions in the background, such as digestion, heart rate, respiration, endocrine, and even as procreative functions. How do we know this? Well, try using your personal consciousness to control your liver functions or heal a wound. It can't be done. It has been controlling all of your functions since you were a fetus in your mother's womb, long before you even had a personal consciousness. So now we've covered how your personal consciousness began as blank stem cells in your newborn brain, which starts to retain memories as you experience life. But where does your life consciousness get its start? It begins at your conception as your mother passes on her very own life conscious memories to her fetus. These are very ancient memories that have been passed down for generations. Scientists mistakenly call these memories instinct in animals and humans. But if you ask them where instinct is stored, they give you the canned response of DNA. But DNA only knows how to replicate itself and does not store latent ancient memories. These have to be stored in your brain, since brains are the only organs in our bodies whose sole function is to store memories. And it only makes sense that these memories are deposited in the very ancient parts of your brains. As our brains have evolved through eons of trial and error, these protective and life-promoting memories have been passed down from mothers to their fetuses during gestation for countless generations. This is why life is a linear thing, which means that it has never been broken. If it had been broken, then that would be the end of that particular family's lineage. This means that you are the current end result of your family's unending line of life, and your main function as a living being is to continue this lineage by procreating. This is how LifeConscious thrives. If you think about it, this is the main function of all Earth's living creatures, and that is to continue to procreate. As proof of the transference of LifeConscious memories from your mothers, we only need to look at how we all have caught a cold or the flu during our lifetimes through touching or even breathing the same air of an already sick person. This is the same way the LifeConscious memories are transferred, only more directly through the fetus's umbilical cord during gestation. You've also read stories of how transplant recipients of body parts from dead individuals who happen to have had a peanut allergy will contract that allergy and suffer with it for the rest of their lives, even though they initially never had that allergy. What exactly was transferred from the dead individual's transplanted organ? Well, it was the memory of the peanut allergy that was now part of the recipient's LifeConscious memories. So how is the transference of LifeConscious memories conveyed by an organ transplant or from your mother during gestation? Well, it is conveyed by a very common compound that every living animal, fish, insect, or plant on this earth needs to live, and that compound is water. This remarkable compound and its importance to LifeConscious is the subject of our next talk.